Alright guys, welcome. We're going to make this as fast as I can make it. We're going to cover two different verbs. One is estar and the other is hay, H-A-Y. Estar means to be, and it's different from the verb ser, which also means to be. Estar, it means to be when something is temporary or for a generally temporary state of being. So like your emotions, which change day to day, or if you're a girl, change second by second. So that's estar, and it means temporary, to be. The verb that's given here in the book is the verb estar. To be is used with adjectives to describe a condition or a state, could be physical, mental, or emotional, that may be subject to change. So that would be like I am scared, or I am sad, or I am bored. So the words that they give, the adjectives, are in activity 8 are a bunch of examples. Alegre, happy, enojado is mad, cansado is tired, nervioso is nervous, contento is happy or content, satisfecho is satisfied, de mal humor, which means I'm in a bad mood, tranquilo is relaxed, enfermo is sick, and triste is sad. So you should know those. And then you need to know the conjugations. So the conjugations for estar are just like AR verbs with a few changes. So the regular AR verbs are found on page 4, and the endings are o, as, a, amos, ais, on, with no accents, except the ais version. But with estar, there are some extra accent marks that you should be aware of. So like the a in estás, and in está, and in están. Then there's no accent for estoy, estamos, and then the normal accent is on the second person plural, estáis. Just a reminder of the 3 rules of accents in Spanish. Rule number 1, the accent is on the second to last vowel. So that would be look at first person plural, estamos. The A is the second to last vowel, so the accent goes on the A, estamos. And there doesn't need to be an accent mark written because the rule says that it goes on the second to last vowel, estamos. The second rule of accent marks is that 2 vowels together make a diphthong, and diphthongs are a single phoneme. That means that instead of saying that the second vowel is a second vowel, they make both vowels together act like one vowel. So look at second person plural, estáis. The AI is considered one vowel. If it was considered 2 vowels, then the accent would be on the A, and you wouldn't write the accent mark. You would just say estáis, estáis, but you wouldn't have to write an accent mark. However, the accent mark is said on the estáis part, and in order for them to make it clear that you need to say the accent mark on the A, they have to write an accent mark there. Because AI is considered one vowel, which means without an accent mark, you would say estáis, because AI is considered one vowel, which makes E the second to last vowel. So the third rule is that accent marks override, which is what's happening in this case, estáis. Also notice sometimes people think that the letter Y is a consonant, but actually the letter Y in Spanish is a vowel. That's why we say it estoy, but there's no accent mark, because normally you might think E is the second to last vowel, E and then O, but actually it's O and then Y, because Y is a vowel. So O is the second to last vowel, so the accent goes on estoy, and there's no need for an accent mark. Okay, that's estar. Now the verb hay. So go to page 11. The verb hay means there is and there are. It means both of those. So whenever you have to say there is a book, hay un libro, then you can say hay. But if you need to say there are books, now books is plural, but you don't change I. Like you wouldn't say hay un libro, there is a book, and hayes los libros, there are the books. You don't say any different for plural when it comes to the verb hay, but you will change everything else, like the nouns, libros. So hay un reloj en la pared means there is a clock on the wall, but then once it changes to plural, it still is hay 10 chicas en la clase. There are 10 girls in the class. Hay, the verb hay, to be there is or there are, is very versatile. So you can use it all the time, and it looks just like that in questions too, and you use it just like you do in English whenever you would say there is or there are. So how many girls are there in the class of Spanish? ¿Cuántas chicas hay en tu clase de español? Notice the verb hay could mean there is or there are, or if it's a question, are there or is there? It could mean all four, depending on whether it's a question, plural, or singular. So make sure you answer those questions. ¿Cuántas chicas hay en tu clase de español? The first answer would be something like this. In our Zoom meeting, there was Kenji, Patricia, and Drew. So there was only one girl. So we can say, for that meeting, we can say, hay una chica en mi clase de español. There is one girl in my class. I want you to do something like that for all three of those answers, for those questions, for activity 9. For activity 10, which is also part of your homework, write a paragraph of at least 6 sentences telling where things are located in your classroom. You don't need to do this classroom because we haven't been here in a while or for very long. You can just do any room in your house, and that's fine. So, okay, that should be it. Make sure you complete all the activities for the homework online, and if you have any questions, just email me. Okay, have a good day, guys.